Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Dameon Russell on the line, and he's VP of Business Development over at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Elite Real Estate. Dameon, welcome to the show.
Adam, thank you for the opportunity. It's good to be here.
So I'm excited to get more into what you're doing over at Berkshire Hathaway and how you're helping your clients. But before we do that, let's get a little bit further into your background. So how did you get started in your career in business?
Well, first I want to say it was a very long time ago. I came into business at age 19. I was very motivated as a youth. I went to boarding school in New England, pre-prep and prep, so I had the benefit of probably the best pre-collegiate education money can buy. But clearly my brothers and I were there on scholarship. So at a very young age, I was introduced to extreme wealth, extreme generational wealth. Some of America's most iconic and wealthiest family names were my co-students at the two schools I attended. I finished my high school career at Skyline High School, public school in Oakland. But having that early introduction to that kind of wealth and almost entitlement really just drove me passionately and wanted me or pushed me to become an overachiever. At 19, I had the opportunity to work with my uncle and get started in the real estate industry. I was junior man on the deal team conducting diligence review for note purchases. That was back when we were doing RTC auctions, and I was conducting the diligence on large pools of assets, $9 million, $20 million, $30 million worth of notes and assets for sale. And my uncle's company was basically wholesaling those opportunities. So I learned how to evaluate property basically at a very early age, and learned real estate, I think, from the nucleus out. Beyond that, or after that, I got into real estate ownership, investment, development. I built subdivisions and participated as a project manager, a fee developer. So I've done really everything since the age of 19. Everything I've done to generate income has come from the real estate industry. So that was my start. And
wow. What an amazing background. I love it because you hit many different angles of the business, number one, and obviously you start when you're 19, so you're in depth in the industry, like you know what you're doing. That being said, there's some younger entrepreneurs and younger people that are maybe just graduating college that are thinking about maybe a career in real estate, whether it's and the thing is, you've seen it from so many different angles. What kind of advice would you give that young person that's really just getting out and considering a career in real estate?
I would advise them probably what they already know if they've made that decision, which is it is the only real way to achieve genuine wealth and legacy in America in business, and that is through real estate, whether it's ownership of real estate or what have you, but just some form of real estate. I would also tell them that they want to have not a backup plan. I don't like plan Bs, but real estate can be a deal only or commission only type of compensation business in many aspects of it. So you want to have some sort of way to support yourself between deals, whether that means you start with a part-time job at your back or something of that nature. But real estate's not rocket science. It doesn't take a full-time commitment necessarily or per se, but it just takes diligence, commitment, and the ability to repeat processes, because success is achieved through repetition.
And that's awesome. I love it. Let's switch it up, Dameon. I want to get into what you're doing over at Berkshire Hathaway. So first, tell us a little bit more about the business.
That's a great question. I actually help run now a very special real estate company. My wife and I are Russell Realty Solutions. So it's a real estate company within Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, at least. So an office within an office. The office in and of itself is 400 agents. It combines a mortgage and real estate operation. Then my wife and I run a team within that office, and we're at about 50 plus agents right now, predominantly realtors, but we have a few loan officers on our team and growing those ranks as well. We do all manner of real estate. I particularly lead the commercial team. So I teach commercial finance, commercial real estate to our agents. I design course syllabus and training regimen for sales and productivity in this regard. My wife is an exceptional real estate agent and trainer. She mentors and coaches our team members, and so together, we run the team. The commercial division is burgeoning now, but we have about $10 million in current listings or buyer contracts pending.
Well, so the dynamic duo, I love it. That's awesome.
Great.
That being said, there's some people listening right now that are like, okay, Dameon knows what he's doing. He's been in the business a long time, since he's 19, and they want to know what geographies do you work with or specialize in, just to give everybody listening an idea of your practice.
So on the real estate, any licensee in California can obviously sell real estate anywhere in California, but that becomes geographically prohibitive if you have to show property. So we're based in Sacramento County, so we operate throughout Sacramento County. On our team, we do have Bay Area specialists. We have agents who actually reside in the Bay Area, so we're pretty much stretched through Northern California. On the mortgage side, however, it's a lot easier for a loan officer to operate remotely, if you will. So our loan officers are operating throughout the state of California. We've just launched a new mortgage operation, Pacific Wholesale Mortgage, and we're seeking loan officers to join those ranks with a team building aspect, so you can have team members under you and earn residual income as they produce. And that operation is going nationwide. We are looking for loan officers in multiple states and are able to originate loans in multiple states across the country.
Oh, that's awesome. Any kind of you have a unique vantage point, because I mean you're part of a big operation, a lot of agents, and a very wealthy area of the country, Northern California. Any kind of trends in real estate that you care to comment on, just in general?
Sure. Right now, on the commercial side, I will comment that we're seeing multifamily investment or acquisitions slow down, and that's due to new legislation advancing rent control measures, for example. So we're seeing a rise in 1031 transactions where people are essentially dumping their multifamily assets and getting into other types of investment assets, transitioning their funds or their equity into other types of investment assets. We're particularly seeing a rise in gas station purchases, triple net retail operations, restaurant paths. Triple nets are cash cows, so I think investors, as they're, because for years the gurus were saying you buy real estate, buy homes, buy residential real estate, buy multifam, graduate to multifam eventually, but I think investors are becoming more sophisticated in understanding as they're looking for other areas or other types of assets that triple net is gaining a new appreciation. I've always pushed for investors in my consultations to acquire triple net. They're cash cows. I think that's, if I can state a trend on the commercial side, I think that's what we're seeing right now.
That's awesome. So that being said, any particular? So you mentioned multifamily you work with. Any other commercial niches that you work with in your practice?
We do everything. We will do development projects. So we sell and get involved in the development of raw land through all its stages, tentative map, and then on through to final map and the final map approval, finished lots, and then on all the way through vertical build out. So, and we provide the project management services as well. So we can represent clients with our fiduciary responsibility as they're selling their property or buying. And then for buyers who may have the capital but not necessarily the skill set to develop a property, then we can step in and provide project management or fee development services in that regard as well. And then obviously sell the resulting assets. We can do that as well. We're a full-blown, full-service real estate company. We can provide the finance as well because we have the mortgage operation.
That's awesome. So, Dameon, if somebody's listening to this and they are interested in learning more, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Email, or you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm very active as a business development director. I'm obviously very active on social media, Facebook and LinkedIn, even Instagram. But most directly, you can send me an email at Russell with 2 S's and 2 L's at B as in boy, HHSER.com. That's Russell at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, EliteRealEstate.com.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Dameon, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great work that you're doing. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, do all those great things we do to support our podcasters. I really do appreciate it. And Dameon, thanks again for coming on the show.
Adam, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.